Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Elohim. That's double honors unto the elder apostles, a great millstone, for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Now, this is the book of Numbers, titled Numbers 35, titled Cities for the Levites. Right. Because the Levites didn't have their own tribe. Did not have their own place, but they had. They wasn't named as a tribe. Right, wait. Right, the Levites was living among the Israelites, among the 12 tribes. They was living amongst them, doing the work of the Lord. Ezekiel chapter, no, it was Numbers chapter 18 also goes into it to a certain degree. And 17 also, yeah, I think, yeah, 17 and 18, right. So this is Numbers chapter 35 verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho, saying, so where did he talk to him? Here. Where's Jericho? Here. Jericho, and you know, this is the Jericho here, and where is it again? The plains of Moab, yeah, here. But later on, in the beginning, I think it was like this. The kingdom of Moab. That's after we started to basically dislike each other because the Lord cursed us. This was after King Solomon's death. Then it became the nation of Israel, which were the other tribes, the 10 tribes. And then the kingdom of Judah, which consisted of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, because they kept the priesthood. And later on, they took the evil priests and the low lives, and then Israel took them as priests, and then they had a portion of priests among them which were wicked people, which yeah, going on, and then they did their priesthood for them. Verse 2: Command the children of Israel that they give unto the Levites of the inheritance of their possessions cities to dwell in. So according to the places where they were, here in the midst of Judah you had Levi, here in the midst of Simeon you had Levi, here in the midst of Dan, here in the midst of Ephraim, Benjamin, Gad, Reuben, Manasseh, Issachar, Zebulun, Asher, Naphtali, all in their midst. You had product. Whoa, what was that? Oh, okay, probably because I ate. I didn't eat that much, but anyway. Sorry about that. Now it says here, yeah, cities to dwell in. And ye shall give also the Levites suburbs for the cities round about them. And the cities shall they have to dwell in. And the suburbs of them shall be for their cattle, and for their goods, and for all their beasts. So what are suburbs? Basically large places like this. And what is that? But back in those days it was suburb lands, so it was not necessarily filled with all these houses and stuff like that. What do suburbs mean? The definition of suburbs: an outlying district of a city, especially a residential one. Well, nowadays. So it says here suburbs, the original word, the original meaning of the word, because this is not the original word. Latin is not the origin of words. It's the origin of their words. Because there were languages before Latin even existed, which the Latin came from, which is Greek, for example. And the Greek came from the Hebrew, for example, of a fact, which is this picture over here. I'll put the link in the description box here. You can check it out for yourself. Evolution of alphabet short. Here you are. Right, so it came from... Wait, what did I do? Oh shit. No. It came from the Canaanites. This Canaanite language here. And then the Paleo-Hebrew, which is the one that King David was talking toward the Philistines. Because it says here Phoenician language. This is actually our language, the Hebrew. And the Moabites used it also. And then the Greek, which is Esau, our evil twin brother, he started to actually copy this, and then he kind of changed words. That's usually what he does. He changes things. He's an Edomite. What else do you expect? Huh? Yeah. So then he changes it, and if you look at it, you will see that, hey, this is a very beautiful language, especially how it's done in this color. And yeah, this is a disrespect because the rainbow color or the rainbow-ish color is actually very beautiful when you put it in certain patterns and stuff like that. You know, that shows you that everything that is beautiful, this devil is going to take and make it evil. You know, it's just crazy. But if you look at the Paleo Hebrew, which the Phoenicians also used, yes, but the Hebrew Israelites used this also. How do you think Gath of Goliath, Goliath of Gath, how do you think he was talking to King David? Just like how the Irish English and the Jamaican English, or the Jamaican English and the Guyana English, just that's the same way that they was talking Hebrew toward them, you know, but they had a different language. Sorry, a different accent, right? So this is I actually like this picture over here. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. But yeah, just look at the similarities of these words, letters or symbols actually, how they very much look alike. You know, how they very much look alike because they came from there. It's not no freaking Roman or whatever that everything is originating from, or the Greek, you know, the so-called Latin and stuff like that. But anyway, it's sub means near to, herbs means city, is near the city. So is this actually the true definition of the suburbs? No, it's not. What is the true definition of the suburbs? The suburbs is this actually, rural, or I don't know how you pronounce that. Rural. What's it? Right, let me see. This, for example. Right, and then you have the city here, right? It's kind of blurry. It's still blurry, not kind of. Let me see. There's one. Let me see. This, that. Oh, yeah, okay. You have the city here, but then you have landmass here, which is the suburbs. This would then therefore be the true definition of suburbs, like this. This is more like it. Rural areas. This. Why? Because you're not gonna put your cattle in here. No, where's here? You're not gonna put your cattle here. You're not gonna put your cattle here because there's no place. So it's not the real definition of the suburbs, as in the ancient times. You should know by now that these Edomite change meaning of words. So a lot of things often, no, unless the Spirit of the Lord actually molds your mind to think like that, a lot of things these people have changed. You know, for example, this. Yeah, this would then be a place. This is a great example. Let me put that there. This is a great example of how the places of the Levites was then there to be. You had a large body of just greenery for their cattle to run over, places like this, you know. So now you should have this in your mind when you think of that going on. I'll put all the links in the description box for the pictures. Of them shall be for their cattle, and for their goods, and for their beasts, which they had, dogs, horses, and stuff like that. Because horses and stuff like that are not actually cattle, because you don't eat from them. You don't eat off of them. And the suburbs of the cities, which he shall give unto the Levites, shall reach from the wall of the city and outward 1,000 cubits round about, which is a measurement. Sometimes they say it is 12 inches, something like that. Sometimes it's 14 inch. Then, sorry, 18, and another one was 21. But roughly measured, the cubit was actually the forearm, the size from the elbow to the top of the fingers. That was it actually. But you have to understand, back in the ancient days, people used to be bigger. So our so-called 18 inches is just from a small body, because bodies back in the days used to be bigger in the time that this was written, the Bible. People used to be bigger. You can check that out in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 5. Near the end, you will see that people used to be bigger. And ye shall measure from without the city on the east side 2,000 cubits, and on the south side 2,000 cubits, and on the west side 2,000 cubits, and on the north side 2,000 cubits. So literally there was in some kind of like this, you know, in a square actually. They was living, you know. And the city shall be in the midst. This shall be to them the suburbs of the cities. Right, the city shall be in the midst. So they was in the middle of all the tribes. They was in the middle here. They was in the middle here. I don't know where they would put this, but yeah. They was here, but they was in the midst of the people. Let's just say that even better, because they might have been different locations, like here in the middle, here in the middle, here in the middle, here in the middle, because everybody would then therefore be spread. But they would just do it according to how they would, how it would be more easier for them. Because listen, if you, for example, put this one here in the middle and you have Israelites living here, it would take a long way for them with horse and stuff like that to come here to do the daily sacrifices. So hey, I think they did it smarter than that. If I can even think of it, I bet you behind they thought of it too. This shall be to them the suburbs of the cities. And among the cities which ye shall give unto the Levites, there shall be 6 cities for refuge. Okay. Sorry. I almost choked. You're right. So it says here, and the city. Okay, there shall be 6 cities for refuge, which ye shall appoint for the manslaughter, that he may flee thither. And to them ye shall add 42 cities. Right, so you had 6 cities for manslaughter, right, that they may run toward and hide. And to them ye shall add 42 cities. Okay, 42. So all the cities which ye shall give to the Levites shall be 48 cities. Them shall ye give with the suburbs. So how many places? For example, here again, you have 48 within your land. Here 48, here 48, here 48, here 48, all over the place, spread well good, so that it was a beautiful, not equal distance, but not long distances from each other, because you have to remember, you need to be in contact with the Levites, the priests, to very easy. It shouldn't take you a day to travel in order to get to the next Levi city. It should not, because you know we needed them. So they was very close from each other, but they was done good, and they was done in a fashion to where we could easily access them. Right. So going on now, it says here, and the cities which ye shall give. Shall be of the possession of the children of Israel. Yes, in our cities, so not outside of our land. From them that have many, ye shall give many, but from them that have few, ye shall give few. Every one shall give of his cities unto the Levites according to his inheritance which he inherited. So you give accordingly. Verse 9, which is subtitled The City of Refuge, which I just mentioned here. These two verses. Sorry, I just ate. It says here, speak. By the way, I just ate fruit, avocado. So, right. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be come over Jordan into the land of Canaan, then ye shall appoint you cities to be cities of refuge for you. And what are those cities of refuge? It's going to explain. That the slayer may flee thither, which killeth any person at unawares. So, if he kills a person like at unawares, basically it says like he didn't know about it, or it happened by accident, you know, he wasn't aware of it, or, you know, he just got in a fight and he hit him and he died, it fell on his head. Unawares. Huh? What? Unawares, yeah, I thought so. Unawares, which is the book of Numbers, chapter 35 and 11. Unawares, Hebrews 7:6-8-4, and this Hebrew word is another word, and this one is another word, two even, two definitions of it. Okay, let's go here. Sin, or of a sin of error, or inadvertence sin. What is inadvertence? An error, you made a mistake by accident, lack of attention, heedlessness. So if you killed somebody by accident, you didn't murder him. There's a difference between murder and kill. Murder is unjust, kill is you can kill people, well, according to the scriptures. I'm not telling you to go and do it. I'm just showing you what it means. So don't be like, well, he told me to go do stuff. I didn't say nothing about that. Leviticus chapter 20 verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Verse 14. If a man take a wife and her mother, it is wickedness. They shall be burned with fire, both he and they, that there be no wickedness among you. So clearly the Lord is telling you, go kill these people. But I'm not telling you to do it right now. I'm just reading about it, you know. Because it says here, verse 11, and the man that lied with his father's wife. This shows you that your father is allowed to have multiple wives, and so are you once you become a father. Had uncovered his father's nakedness, both of them shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. And if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death. They have wrought confusion. Their blood shall be upon them. So when it says that their blood shall be upon them, meaning there's no blood on your hands, because if you murder, there's blood on your hands, and you need to be put to death for that. Right? Cancel out the wickedness. So when these caucus people talking about you don't reward evil with evil, oh no, what they say? You don't reward what was it again? Because that's in the scriptures actually. You don't reward evil with evil. But oh yeah, two wrongs don't make a right. Well, not according to the Lord. If you wronged a man, you need to be wronged. And when it says don't reward evil for evil, that's talking about your Israelite brethren. Because once the Lord gives us that power, what do you think we're going to do to these Edomites? I already got a few scriptures here set up to show you that the Lord does believe in vengeance, but according to his vengeance, not according to your own, because the wrath of man worketh not righteousness of the Most High, as it is written here in the book of James, chapter 1, verse 20? Let me see something. Yeah, that's it. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Heavenly Father. So you shouldn't go out there and seek wrath for yourself for the things that these Edomites have done, because that was the punishment of the Lord. But these Edomites, they took it too far, and therefore the Lord has something special for them. A very nice brew. A Hebrew. Yeah. Yep. Okay, this is irritating now. Right, okay, good. Right, but let me just read that quick. James 1:20. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Heavenly Father. Right. Vengeance is mine, dearly beloved. Avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. Meaning, you need to want destruction, but you shouldn't go out there and seek it yourself. 2 Thessalonians 1:6, if I'm correct, and 7. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Heavenly Father to recompense. What is recompense? Payback. Make amends for something, for a loss or harm suffered. Slavery. Rape, rob, murder upon the natives. And genocide upon them too. Right? So that's so recompense is payback. What is tribulation? Trials and tribulations. A cause of great trouble or suffering. Slavery. Rape, rob, murder upon the Native Americans. Genocide. All that there. So, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Heavenly Father to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Don't these Caucasus people trouble us? Until this day, these Edomites trouble us. Every nation on the planet Earth is troubling us. I already got that here also. Here. Jeremiah 30, verse 16 on down. All the nations of the planet Earth, they hate us. I just thought of something. Zephaniah 2 also. Right. So here. Right. So payback is a good thing. It's a righteous thing of the Lord, with the Lord. And to you who are troubled, rest with us. That's why we have the Comforter. Why? Because the Comforter is the one that comforts you, to let you know that they're not going to get away with the things that they have done upon our ancestors, our forefathers and foremothers and stuff like that. You know, they're not going to get away with that. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 18. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words. And who is the Comforter? These words. Who is the Comforter? The Lord. And who is the Lord? The Word. John chapter 1, verse 1 you can read, but I'm going to go to 14. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. And he is the Spirit of grace. So Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26 on down shows you that. Actually, 26 on down. Just read it. You're going to bump into it. I think it's in 28. So he is that Spirit of grace. Right. So going back over. And he is the Comforter, because he's the words. He's the Word. And he comes in the volume of the book, which is Hebrew 10. And somewhere in what's it again? Psalms. Here it says Psalms 40 and Hebrews 10. Yeah, 40 and 7 and Hebrews 10 and 7. Right. So going back to over. What was I reading? So yeah. And with you who are troubled, rest with us, when the Lord Jehoshua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. So we're waiting for that time, till judgment is past, and our blood is avenged of the saints. All the things that they have been doing, the screams of rape, rob, murder of the people, even the men, the babies, that they're raping their own children in the churches. What do you think that they was doing to us? If you watch this movie called, it's not a movie actually, it's a docu-film by Uncle, then you will see how they was prostituting our little boys. I can't even show you the pictures because I'm going to get flagged for sexual type of things and stuff like that. Wait, let me see. This is slavery, yeah. Right. They was doing these type of things. They were doing all kind of fucking shit, boy. and they're gonna pay for that shit. You might be thinking with your stupid ass self, oh, we forgive and forget. Why don't you forgive Hitler? Why don't you talk to these cave people and ask them if they should forgive Hitler? They had shit like this going on. And of course shit like this. That's in the movie. Canon Film Countdowns. Goodbye, Uncle Tom. I think this is the whole full movie, so I'm gonna put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. Right, okay, so going on. Right. So murder and kill are two different things. Because the Lord tells you what to kill and stuff like that, and that you should 100% kill them. For example, verse 10, Leviticus 20 and 10, and the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. Right. All these things the Caucasus people allow. Right. But once that power comes from on down, the Heavenly Father, He's going to set things up back right. Okay. Right, let me see. Going on. Numbers 35 and yeah, let me start at 11 again. Then ye shall appoint you cities to be cities of refuge for you, that the slayer may flee thither, which killeth any person at unawares, meaning he did it by accident. He hit him upside the head in a fight, or one was drunk and then started picking a fight, and then he got his ass whooped, and then he died, hit his head when he fell, stuff like that. And they shall be unto you cities for refuge from the avenger. So who is the avenger? The family members, because they coming to kill you. Why? A death for a death. But if you did it by accident, you need a lawyer. And who is better than the Levite to be that lawyer for you? Because his name is actually Laoya, which is basically lawyer. Right, let me see here. Levi. Yeah, join unto me. He's joined unto the Lord. That's what Levi goes into. But Levi goes also into lawyer. Lawaya. Basically, yeah. Wait. Let me get it and then I'll talk. So it says Levi, right? Which is here, Genesis 29. Okay, it means joined to, as it is written here in the sentence itself. Now, and she can, Genesis 29 and 34, and she conceived again and bare a son, and said, now this time will my husband be joined unto me, because I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore, because of that, right, was his name called Levi, which means joined unto me. Joined together. But unto who is Levi joined? He's joined unto the Lord, according to the book of Numbers, chapter 17 and 18. Actually 18. He's joined unto the Lord. Also in Exodus it says it somewhere. Right. So, right, the avenger. But what is the Hebrew name of Levi? Lawaya, which goes into this. La Waya. What comes to mind? Lawyer, or one who defends another, for example. That's a lawyer. Let me see. Lawyer word. Levi, Jews, let me, okay, this is the last one, because I know it comes from there, but I need to know where. They don't want to give an origin. Cool. Then I have one last checkup. Lawyer, which is the etymology, which goes deeper. Lawyer. I saw Mosaic law here. Here you go. Mosaic law. So lawyer, the one versed in the law, one's profession suit, law, okay, right? In the New Testament, Luke, I don't know what this is. I hate Romans. Sorry, for the cussing. I hate Romans, so I don't want to know. I refuse. I refuse to learn what this is. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Interpreter of Mosaic law. Yeah, that's what lawyer goes into. It's somewhere here in the book of Luke. You know, let me see. Luke lawyer, the book of Luke. Oh yeah, here. Luke 11:52. Luke 11:52. Let me see something. Luke 11:52. Woe unto you lawyers, right? So Greek 35:44. Pertaining to the law, one learned in the law. In the New Testament, an interpreter and teacher of the Mosaic laws. And who were those? Levites. According to the Old Testament, only a Levite was actually going into these things, because they were the priests that were given unto the law.